Hi, Genki Call here with the Tower of Doom for the week of August 22nd, 2022. In the shop, we have the Doomed Dirk, and you will have to purchase up to tier 4 to get it, but that's getting a doomed weapon with gems instead of diamonds, and if you're going to do the Tower of Doom anyway, you're going to be buying that many sigils, so you're going to want these forge scrolls because they're so hard to get. Okay. So before we start, let me show you what you can get with your in the shop. So the troops that you can get, show all, and sort by base rarity. The mythics that you can get if you're extraordinarily lucky are Abnicia, Aquaticus, Champion of Anu. Not this one. There's no way that that is in the drop table. Death, Doomclaw, Draculus, Euryale, Fallen Valdis, Flame of Anu, Fountain of Stars, Hatir Scroll. Hatir Ascendant is not going to be there. High King, Iron Gut, Huang Long, Iron Hawk, Jotnar, Storm Shield, Kalika, Leonis Tower is not going to be there. Megavore, Mistralis, Mithrillion, Mother of Darkness, Pharos Ra, Pycea, Plague, Queen of Sin, Shade of Zorn, Shabanu Vespera, Scotty, not this one, Stonehammer, Sycorax, the Archduke, the Grey King, the Lord of Slaughter, the Possessed King, the Sparkinator, the Wild King, Tian Yi, a lot, Ulor, Undine, Vashdagon, Vernalis, and War, Zelopochle, not Zolgoth. And then we get to the legendaries. Anything that uses blue is in the drop table, so there are a ton of things that you could get, and good luck to you. I'm going to actually buy more here, but let me, because I need the forge scrolls, and I'll probably be scouting too. So shop, let me show you what the Doomed Dirk does. It's not fantastic. Damage to the last enemy boosted by blue gems if they have a Doom, meaning probably only if you're in the Tower of Doom boss room, deal double damage, and a 3% chance per tempering level to kill the enemy. So if you have this maxed out, if you use up all your blue forge scrolls on this instead of one of the more useful ones, you can have up to a 30% chance to kill the enemy instantly, which is great if you've got the forge scrolls to do it. But let's buy some more because I need more forge scrolls. So bye-bye, diamonds. Glad I was saving you. Oh, I like Triton. He's cool. Let's see. Oh, I would love to get a mythic. That would be so cool. And I don't, it's not worth it to buy the last tier unless, and you get 8 forge scrolls for less than this. You get 25 random blue troops, which is fantastic. That's like having keys. You're paying 500 gems for keys and a few forge scrolls. But you also get 20 Doom Sigils. Anyway, I digress. I have teams for you. I have lots of teams. And if you want to know how the Tower of Doom event works, I have a video on that. You can find the description. I mean, you can find that in the description below, as well as all of the teams that I'm going to show you. Starting off with teams that have no legendaries. Now remember, my rooms are going to be different than yours unless you're in the Lost Kingdom, my guild. Your rooms are going to be different. Every guild has these mapped out differently, or they have different rooms than I do. So I need to see, that is room 3 and 4 that I need to do. So this is room 3, I hope. And this is the first team for people with no legendaries. So these two dragons, they're both epics and they both are very powerful. Exploded gem, deal damage to all enemies boosted by yellow gems destroyed, so you want to cast this near yellow gems. Malcandessa is going to convert yellow gems to green to feed Syfrostnath, who also does damage to all enemies and freezes 1 to 4 of them. And then the Mountain Crusher, because I know everyone has it. So this is yellow. Is this yellow? Yellow to green. So there's a little bit of an issue here. You can use Azura here, you can use Charonas here, anything that explodes. I was just trying to do something different, but using her is going to take away the yellow and your yellow boost, so I'm actually just going to do this and not worry about it. And now I'm going to cast near yellow because that's what you're supposed to do. I don't need it at this point because of my level and the fact this is level 1 of the Tower of Doom, but, you know, just to showcase it. Haste scroll! Right. I'm just going to plow through these teams to try to keep this a little shorter than I usually do. So, edit teams, manage, paste. The next team for people with no legendaries does use some underworld troops. The water elemental that stuns all of the enemies except for the tower, the dooms. You can't do anything to the dooms. They are 100% invulnerable. You can't do any status effects to them at all. So he's going to do damage to all and stun them. Bonus blue mana, which is fantastic for this event. Illithian Servitor does damage to all of them and steals magic if there are any survivors. And then Captain Skullbeard blows things up and gets you mana for your team, as does the Mountain Crusher. So here is number 2. Number 2 as in team number 2 with no legendaries. And I probably should have started this at a higher level to really showcase this a little better, but not much of my tower is mapped right now. So actually I should double check. Nope, nobody's mapping. Okay, and then I go for the Doom Room. All right, that was the second team. Third team is using Black Manacles. It's only got 1 mana generator. You might actually want to move Charonas up to the front of the team. Why didn't you paste? And yeah, I hate it when it happens. If you get an extra space on there, it won't let you paste it. All right. Now this is using Tide Collar because it's a fantastic, it's a really useful class that boosts blue. You also have Lightning Strike, so to speak. It's not exactly Lightning Strike, it's called Crashing Wave. It's explode a gem on matching 4 gems, 4+ gems, but it's one that you buy with trait stones. You don't have to have a level 70 talent to get it. You just get it with your trait stones, which I love. But you can use Elementalist, whatever you feel comfortable with. Something for the latter levels, you're going to want something with Rock Solid, most likely, so up to you. But these are worth 2 experience each, so these fights, so I kind of need to remember to change this. Oh, Dragon Guard, but that creates I have it set to create a red storm, so I'm going to do this one because it has Lightning Strike. Not that I need it at this level. Alright. La 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 la. Okay, and Saga does damage to all enemies, boosted by blue and frozen enemies. I love that she does damage to all enemies. She summons an ice storm at the start of battle, also very nice. Volthrenax is going to explode a gem and deal damage to all. Did I already use Volthrenax? Oh well, I think I did. That's alright. That's alright, just a different way to do things. It's not supposed to be Volthrenax, doggone it. That's not supposed to be Volthrenax on that team. Let me just fix that. Let me see, floor 2. I need to... That's not supposed to be Volthrenax. That is supposed to be Venbarak. My bad. Alright, let me just adjust things here on my end so I don't mess it up. I will need to fix that, but the next... Let's see. I need to do every single room on this next floor. Oh my gosh, 3 haste scrolls? You're kidding. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was remiss, guys. I was remiss. I forgot to show you the important thing. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Here you go. The scoring. So it is on the thumbnail of the video, but sometimes it's hard to isolate the thumbnail and it's... Anyway, so here it is. The Tower of Doom boons. This will tell you what you get for each of the room, what haste means, what magic means, what fireball means, all of this stuff. So I'm leaving it up on the screen so you can see it for a minute and pause it, whatever you need to do. Anyway, and more information in the video as well. So there's that. Sorry, I forgot to show it to you. But let's fix this. I clicked on the wrong place. This one. So every room, and let me just, you can of course use Volthrenax there, but I meant to put Venbarak there. Venbarak also does damage to all enemies, and he can disease them, making it harder for them to get mana. It halves the mana that they get. So if they match 4, they actually only get 2. Yes, that's what I want. And then manage, let me just fix my team code. There we go. I've got it. And coming back to you. Here we go. Yep. Yes. See, I had the right banner and everything. And this one uses black manacles as well. So the only mana generator here is Charonas, and you might want to move him up to the second slot instead of the bottom slot to be sure that you keep a persistent amount of mana on your team. I think it would be better to do that. I think I'll just fix that. Just to be sure, on these early levels, it absolutely doesn't matter, but for the long run, you really, really want to make sure that you have plenty of mana going around. And he's mana blocked at the bottom, so sorry guys, I screwed that up big time. Black Manacles, then Charonas. Hold on. Then Saga and Venbarak. Now it's fixed. Let's go ahead and use this again. My Charonas. I think that's actually the quip for the card too, by the way, that they put in the game. Alright, load things up. Well, no, because it's a match 4.5 too. I'm just gonna do this. Get it over with more quickly. Alright, there are plenty of options, but the next one we have is with legendaries, but no underworld troops. And let me copy that team code and come back to you. Haste scroll. Okay, fight, edit, manage, paste. Knight Coronet, Ankhnum, Avelorn, and Fist of Heaven. You don't have to use Priest class. You don't have to use the Fist of Heaven. You can use the Arboreal Crystal here. You can use whatever explodey weapon you want, but you need a source of mana on your team. So I'm going to fix the class real quickly because I did not have this leveled out when I... Ooh, enchant when matching green gems is nice. And we'll do that one. So there we go. You don't have to use this setup. You can move Fist of Heaven up one so that it's not mana blocked at all. But for the early levels, damage to all enemies, damage to all enemies. And the Knight Coronet removes all purple gems, does damage to the first enemy and the last enemy, and 50% skull damage reduction. So it's a little bit of a different build than I usually make, but it is something different that you can do. By the way, we can use Beetrix. We can use Tesla. Ooh, those are going to be your best bet. Beetrix, Tesla, Beetrix and Tesla, however you want to do it, it's going to be super effective. But if you don't have those options, or you're sick of using true damage on your stuff and just want to do something different, I got you covered. So there's that one. Next up, let me grab another team. We've got a true damage team. And again, you might want to move Charonas up, but it's really not necessary because you've got the Mountain Crusher. Queen Beetrix is going to create a bunch of brown. You're going to have a bunch of brown spilling over from the Mountain Crusher to Charonas, so it doesn't really matter. But the Queen Bee and Crimson Bat both do damage to all enemies. You could just stick a second Queen Beetrix here, and that would be fine. Because Queen Beetrix will feed that second one. This is just if you don't like using double troops and you don't have Tesla, which is freaking awesome. Tesla is freaking awesome. Not that you don't have it. She is an awesome troop. But anyway, I'll show you this one and then we'll move on to the next team with legendaries. All right. Now I didn't do as many of these as I usually do, as many teams as I do for a delve, because I don't want to overwhelm you. I'm just giving you some options, but I do also have a list of other teams that you can access in the description at the bottom. I'll go over that in just a little bit, what exactly that is, but this is very effective. This may be the team I use all the way through. I don't know. It's basically my favorite Tesla team, only I can't get Merilith in here. So that means I'm using Azura instead. You don't have to use Azura. She blows up all blue gems, or you could put another explodey troop in here. There are others. There's Captain Skullbeard. He doesn't blow up as much of the board, but he will explode things. You know, once you put him on the team, he'll do more than when he's just sitting there. Charonas would work, but you have a partial mana block from the Shield of Urskaya. And just look at what you've got available and see what you're happy with. You can also look for Destroy, but there aren't any great Destroy troops to go along with this. So, Tide Color because bonus blue. You could totally do Sunspear to have tons of red all the time, but I don't recommend it. So again, I like Tide Collar with this. You can use Monk with this. Monk would also be great because Monk has barrier on brown with Rock Solid. It also can boost your your blue mana. So that is super helpful. Let me show you. Rock Solid, Water Mastery, and Fortitude. Fortitude's always nice. But anyway, let me show you this team. I may use this one all the way through. I may do double Beetrix. I may do a combo. I don't know. We'll see. You don't need the Shield of Urskaya starting off with. You could just throw 3 Teslas on here and be good. Because you've got Enchant. Well, hopefully you have Enchant. But here we go. Gonna blow things up. Kapow! And absolutely decimate the enemy. The more armor they have, the harder she hits. The more armor you have, the harder she hits. And you don't have to cast her on herself. Right. So floor 3, I need to grab another team. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 teams with Mythics. 4 different Mythics. Just to give you some ideas. And let me see here, we're on floor 3. I only need to do floor, room 5. Did I say 5? Yes, 5. Okay. Edit, manage, paste. Alright, you know this team. This is a fantastic team. Arboreal Crystal to blow up the board. Why do I have this minus purple, though? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. That is not right. The banner is wrong. I don't have that banner. Just blue and green. Minus yellow or minus red. This works. That totally works. Or green and blue if you prefer, but that's a minus on Syfrostnath, but it doesn't matter because Queen Beetrix creates so much brown. Yeah, blue and green, anything you want. I'm going to do Marlantis in case you don't have the Underworld stuff and you do have Syfrostnath. Let me just copy this over. Yes, there we go. Alright, I may have to do that. Some of these teams I created quite a while ago. Alright, so it's fantastic. This explodes green gems. It creates a leaf storm. It entangles the first enemy. Queen Beetrix, unless it's the Doom. Queen Beetrix creates all of that brown and green. True scatter damage. Syfrostnath loops like crazy. Just make sure that you choose green, blue, or brown to loop on. Hopefully blue, but after that green and after that brown, as long as you keep mana on Syfrostnath, you can just keep looping indefinitely. So, it's a great team, and I mean, Tesla's awesome, but this loops. This one loops. I forgot to switch the class, but that's alright. It's gonna do that, and then, I mean, Beetrix is just gonna blow everything away. It's so nice. Next up. If you don't have 2 Beetrix, throw King Gobtruffle in there. And Gobtruffle can feed Beetrix. Alright, we'll do the Doom Room here and get a new team in here. Doop-doo. Rope Dart, King Gobtruffle, Mistralis, and the Mirage Queen. It gives the entire team it will give the entire team a 50% mana start as soon as I switch it to Elementalist. Water Mastery, Mystic Channel, that's fine. You can You can totally use Tide Color. Tide Color is awesome, but 50% mana start is nice. And you could use Osha's Tome here instead of Osha's Tome instead of Rope Dart. Blow things up. Nice. And it's the same colors. That might actually be even better, but it will be faster to use Rope Dart. So I won't be using this team because it's too slow. It's good for Guild Wars, but it's kind of too slow. So let's put Elementalists on this. And copy. Let me fix the team. And let me grab the next team code, but not use it yet because I haven't shown you this team. So Mistralis, I mean, it just works. And you don't have to use King Gobtruffle. He's only being used because Mirage Queen gives the entire team a 50% mana start because he is an elemental. But Mistralis is awesome. Ah, so nice. But you can use Queen Beetrix. She just won't have the 50% mana start. Next team. I'm probably going to have to fix team code again. Alright, oh, and I need to look and see floor 4, room 2 only. That's making it easy. Room 2 only. Edit. Manage. Paste. Okay, this one I put Monk on for the reasons I mentioned earlier, because you get plenty of blue mana out of it. Don't have to use Monk, but you will get Rock Solid out of it. You can use Tidecaller, you can use Elementalist, you can use any class you want. I'm going to change it because I remembered to do so, and Death Knight is what I'm leveling right now. So, Anu Scepter destroys any color you want, and as soon as you have Shibanu Vespera filled up, I'm just going to take the yellow off the board and do this. So the way that you use this team is you want to cast Shibanu on, it doesn't matter, just don't cast her on herself. You have a solid blue team. You can use Treachery here, or Treachery and the Winter Imp if you only have one Winter Imp. This guy does true scatter damage, and you get +8 magic on every blue gem match. So this number goes up and up and up, and you know, it's a slow team, but it's a fun team. I'm going to cast it on the hero, and that went from 52 to 80, just like that. Oh, so good. And now we're up to 88, and now 120 true scatter damage. This one's at 96, but yeah, it's a really good team. And of course, you know how Treachery works. It's the same way as... Hold on a second. I am back! Alright, so one more team to show you. Did I only need to do that one room? I don't remember already. I've lost it. Yes, only that one room. So one last team to show you. It's a modification of my favorite Pycea team, because I love it. So we don't have the quick mana start from Leprechaun, but we have Enchant, so shouldn't be a problem. I love this team. I may show you this team more than one battle. Now you can't devour the Doom because it is invulnerable to everything. But if you do devour along the way, you can use skulls to kill it. So your attack is going to go up, up, up. Do this. And we'll take all this green, we'll feed the weapon. You don't have to use this weapon, but I prefer it specifically because it's just so good. But Pycea feeds both this and Queen Beetrix. I totally forgot I had Moodsinger down here. With Enchant, you can probably just put a second Beetrix here. Ooh, I like that idea. Ooh, that sounds good. Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Why the heck should I even bother? This is floor 5. Floor 5. Room 5. Don't need Moonsinger. Let's just put Beetrix in there. Oh, that's gonna be so fun. And so fast. Ah! If you lose Pycea, you can summon something in. But this creates an ice storm. It's fed by Pycea, and there's going to be lots of blue on the board regardless. I don't like to use a weapon that does green like Arboreal Crystal, although it creates a leaf storm. It's also going to blow up green gems, and if Pycea has just removed all of the green gems from the board, there's nothing to blow up, which means no mana for you. No mana. Okay, do that. Go ahead and blow things up. Kapow! Kapow! And Queen Beetrix. Oh, this is going to be my favorite team. I can see it. I can see it. I love it. Okay, one more battle and then we'll end the video and I'll set you guys free. But I do have a little extra information for you, so stick around and I'll tell you what that's about. Just one more battle and then I will tell you the final message I have for you. Okay, the final message I'm going to tell you now. Youngest is crying, so I have to go. But the final message is that any blue attack team will work. And I have listed all of my blue attack teams in the description box below. There's a link to my forum. You can find them there. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Have a ton of fun in the tower. And we'll see you folks soon. Bye-bye!